Hi, I am a technology reporter. I've been doing it for 25 years, since 1995, and I've been an avid lover of all things tech since a teenager in 1984. The COVID-19 lockdown has changed certain aspects of my life. I started off doing regular reporting, writing for magazines, games magazines. I had a job on Sky TV, Nickelodeon, all to do with computers and gaming, and going to speak to people about digital transformation at huge conferences, small conferences. But that was where I earned the majority of my money. I still did, obviously, BBC Click and my column for National Geographic Traveller magazine, and that never really earned a lot of money, but gave me the profile to allow me to get this supplemental income of trying to inform people, engage with people about technology at events. So what happened when the pandemic hit was 95% of my work went away in the space of about 2 weeks. It's been a fundamental change to my lifestyle. Luckily for me, the BBC were great. They stepped back in. I think I did a tweet back in March saying, well, that's my last piece of work for the next forever gone. And the BBC got in touch with me. My boss at Click gave me a call and said, I saw your tweet, we're having to reinvent the show as well. So they got me doing a webscape, which is essentially the short sort of 3 to 5 minute segment I used to do for them regularly, just a roundup of all of the wonderful things that I'd found on the internet. But I find myself in a really difficult position, because although things are starting to, look like we might get them back to normal in the next sort of 2 to 3 months, I don't think events on the kind of large scale are ever going to come back. I find it really hard to imagine that my work as a conference moderator and speaker is going to come back, certainly not in the short term. And I'm 52, so I'm not sure that I have anything but a short term in terms of getting myself back and established. And like everybody through this lockdown, I've had way too much time to think about all this and, sit and worry and fret and, trying to figure out what to do. So part of that process has been looking at my Twitch channel. This, where you find yourself now. I've always had it in my mind that this is something that I can dedicate more time to, later on down my career, when the sort of, mainstream TV stuff is beginning to fade away, because, however you feel about this, sort of culturally or morally, there is a shelf life to TV personalities. As you start, I'm lucky actually, I've always looked younger than my years, but you've just got to look at the way that particularly female presenters of various programs are just dumped when they reach a certain age, and that's coming for me. If I'm not on television, my value as a conference speaker goes away. So there are all these kind of like things colliding which will bring me to easing off for retirement. And so this is where we come to my idea. It kind of happened, a confluence of a couple of events happened. I did a mental health roundup for Webscape, one of my roundups, and all of these fantastic resources, and I put a lot of work into researching all of them, and then almost as a throwaway at the end, I like to do a little cutesy thing at the end. I put a webcam feed, 24/7 webcam feed of a puppy station, and when I tweeted the links out, of all the things that I put on those links, like, everybody wanted to talk about the puppies. They were mad for the puppies. So that was one thing. And then the next thing was, I found when I was out for a walk last Monday, so sad, humped in the middle of the pathway, there was this creature. And as I approached it, I kind of got down on my knee and went, "Are you okay?" So this ferret looks up at me its eyes all kind of like not quite there, and it was really super wobbly, and it just kind of like wobbled over to me like it was saying, help me. So I scooped it up in my hoodie, sort of, you know, cuddled it close to me, and it was super friendly and clearly tame. But anyway, I got it home. So that's the little ferret that I found, and that was it in the case. I put it in a green recycling bin and tried it with a bunch of food, and I sort of dripped a little bit of water from a syringe close to its mouth, but it was so weak. And I called the RSPCA, and the RSPCA came out, and they took the ferret, said thank you very much, you know, and said that he would get good care. And you know, saline drip, and hopefully be brought back from the brink of death. And the one thing that I learned about ferrets that I didn't know is they're super playful. They're really curious. They're impossibly cute, and video clips of ferrets doing cute things on YouTube get millions of views. And I also, in the process, discovered that on the RSPCA website, if you look at the rehoming, you know, sort of what pets need rehoming, and there are so many ferrets. I have a large shed outside that I've never really used. I have a beautifully situated garden that's, you know, sort of on the edge of a field, and it's got, you know, sort of woodland trees around. And plenty of room to make, you know, a nice run, and I could potentially house several ferrets. So perhaps I could create a retirement home for ferrets. I thought that maybe you would like to watch the progress of these ferrets, and so the plan has evolved to create a studio down in my shed and build the facility to house the ferrets with cameras at strategic locations, and then stream it 24/7 to my channel. As well as a 24/7 stream, I'm going to be doing a couple of sort of, you know, more formal programmed streams a day, but you'll be able to basically see, check in with the ferrets whenever you like, you know, watch them just go about their daily business, watch me go about my daily business of taking care of them, and then a couple of times a week I'll do a formal program when we will, you know, sort of talk about the experience. You know, I'm going to watch a lot of YouTube videos and learn lots of stuff, and then teach you along with me as I learn how to care for my ferrets. This is my shed here, basically. This is the doorway in here, and then what I want to do is have sort of like, you know, bench along here with pets, cupboards for pet supplies underneath it, a streaming station here with a secure cupboard underneath it, a cage area here with more storage underneath it for pet supplies, but this indoor cage area will go all the way up to the ceiling, and we'll have different layers, and there'll be a sleep area, and then some, you know, probably the food area. So I'm going to start off by going around the back, and you'll see this is why I need to get the get a skip off the back of the shed. Is where I want the you know, so it'll be like decking, like raised decking that comes to about here. Now the reason I want it raised as well is I'm actually going to be putting eventually, I hope that we'll put some technology inside the play area that allows us to automate playing with them. Okay. Welcome to my shed. So as you can see, it's pretty big. I figure the first job is to empty the shed, clear out around the back, and then we can measure up and start figuring out how we how we build the run, and then how we where we put the cameras and stuff as well. Cappy, what do you think? Should we get some ferrets? Cappy, you want to get ferrets? So that's it. That's the plan. I'm going to film it as I go along. You guys aren't going to see this for a few weeks yet, but if everything goes according to plan, then next week I'll be clear here. The week after that we'll build over 2 weeks, and then Mad Dog's going to come down for the for a few days and help me just run all the tech, and then we'll be ready to launch, but potentially beginning of August. And I just think it would just be a really nice thing to do. A retirement home for unwanted ferrets. This skip is here. Ta-da! It's, somebody's already used it. A can of Tungo. So yeah, it feels really real. I also spoke to my boss at the BBC today and told him of the plan, and told him that I was going to be stepping down, and his reaction was the best encouragement that I could imagine, really. He was so encouraging, and he thinks it's an absolutely fantastic idea. He's very excited for me, and he's very interested, obviously, because I'm using a lot of technology. He's incredibly interested for me to see how it turns out. Hello, Bonnie. That's neighbour's cat, not mine. So yes, now, so the job for today is to, I'm going to go inside the shed and start clearing it out. It's the weekend, this weekend. My neighbours, we're having a barbecue actually out on the street for somebody's birthday on Saturday afternoon. But my neighbours have said they'll kind of come together, help me clear it out, and then we can start on the construction. It suddenly feels like this is really, really happening. Like, it's absolutely full steam ahead. The train is pulling out of the station. It's gathering speed, and there's no longer time to get off. So about this. You can see it's got quite damp There's a lot of work to do here. We're going to have to probably put a new floor in. Other than that, it just needs a little bit of a clean down and a demoulding, and we're good to go. So it is amazing what you find when you start digging around in places where you leave stuff for years and years and don't think about them. And I found some absolute corkers. Some pink Wellington boots, they'll come in handy. This is an umbrella that I got, which I might need soon actually. When I was doing the Speedway Grand Prix, I found a drill set I'd forgotten I have. It might come in handy. And most exciting of all, I've found my rollerblades. Tia, what do you think? She's not amused. This is my neighbour Rob. I'm leaving the BBC.
What? Why?
And I'm going to start a retirement home for abandoned ferrets in my garden.
Seriously? No. What are you really doing?
That's what I'm really doing.
Was that because that one ferret that was found down the road or whatever it was?
Well, yeah, that, no life change.
It's only a life change.
Saturday morning. My neighbours are all coming over imminently, I hope, to help me with phase 2 of the clear out. Tia is not at all sure about this activity.
Let's do this one and we can do that.
All of my amazing neighbours helping me. Oh, whoops.
Sorry about that.
Adam had a crash. Do you want a coffee?
I would love one, thank you.
Flavour?
Black, strong, cup of espresso, something like that.
Okay.
Very welcome indeed, thank you.
Cheers. So this is Lucy, another one of my neighbours.
Hello.
I am leaving the BBC.
What?
And what I'm going to do is set up a retirement home for abandoned ferrets in my shed.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god! What, in here?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Kate, this is ridiculous! So that's why we're here?
Yes.
Oh!
Thank
I
you.
feel privileged to be part of this then.
And that is one full skip. The crap from my garden. And it's a good job actually that the skip hire company, I was originally asked for a 2-yard skip and they didn't have any available, so it was 40 quid extra for a 4-yard skip, and I was like, oh yeah, whatever, let's just do it. Thank goodness that happened, because otherwise I'd have been stumped. This is my neighbour Vanessa, who is so good helping me care for the cats and all the rest of it. Right, so here's what's happening. I'm leaving the BBC.
What?
And I am going to open a retirement home for unwanted ferrets.
No way!
In my shed.
Are you joining Countryfile as well?
No. I'm doing it all on my own. Leaving the BBC, stopping all my other work.
Really?
And I'm going to do this full time.
Oh my god! When did you decide all this?
In the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
So, there we are. It's cleared. The skip is full. I'm talking to you inside here because the light outside just makes it impossible, but I'll show you where we're at. This little pile here is stuff that's going to be useful for the ferret enclosure, as is that stuff. And here now It's all clear. This is my neighbour, like 2 doors down, Neil. I'm leaving the BBC.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to set up a retirement home for abandoned ferrets in my garden.
I don't believe you.
Really? It's the truth.
Really? Well. Okay.
So this is David, one of my neighbours.
Hello.
I'm leaving the BBC.
Wow.
Like flat out leaving the BBC.
You've been with them for a while, haven't you?
12 years.
Wow.
And I'm going to make a retirement home for abandoned ferrets in my garden.
That's different. That's great. Well done you.
So this is another one of my neighbours, Joe. I'm leaving the BBC. Okay. To set up a retirement home for abandoned ferrets in my shed.
That's a wind up.
No, it's not.
It's a wind up, surely. It is a wind up.
No.
No, okay. Really? I literally had no idea that pressure washers could do this. Who knew? That's gonna mean that I have to do a lot less wire brushing. Today we are painting, or sanding and painting the shed next 2 days, and this is my wonderful neighbour Alex. Hello.
Who's going to help me. He also wants to become a YouTube content creator, maybe one day, right?
Yep.
A YouTuber. So I'm going to get him to do some filming and you will be able to see for your very own eyes how great his work is. So, right, let's have a look then.
Day 2, second coat, and it's looking pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah.
Proud of yourself?
Yeah, I am.
Good stuff, and some awesome footage as well. So yeah, you go back to doing what you were doing. We've got work to do. So, Alex and I, hello, we're finished. We have emptied 2 cans, 7.5 litre cans of paint, 2 coats. I think Tia's turning into a bit of a paint sniffer. She's very interested in all the smells we've unearthed, uncovering that back thing. So, Alex, thank you so much.
That's alright, yeah.
Have you enjoyed yourself?
Yeah, definitely. Very satisfying painting.
Brilliant.
Shed, and it's yeah, worthwhile for you. And it was also good fun.
You have been an absolute superstar. If the truth be told, he's done most of the painting, probably, and all the filming. B&Q day. We are going to buy all of the big wood, hopefully, and a jigsaw, right? So, wood, planks and battens. We've got a I'm buying a saw, jigsaw, and a hand saw. This is a neat little thing for me to cut angles into wood. We've got the membrane to go under the floor, a couple of buckets. I'm getting a workmate so that I can actually do ongoing projects and stuff. £361.56, and that's not even all of it. That's just the stuff, because we could only get half of it cut today, so we can only get 4 cuts per customer at B&Q at the moment. So we've got the floor cuts and the main backboard cut, and then we are now going to take them home. Yeah, this support is almost exactly the same as that support. Sorry, camera's in the way.
So you want to put the other 2 in first?
I think so.
You alright?
Yeah, good.
Only one was 12.20 and the other one was like an equal or something.
Well, we've got a 12.20 here as well. It's all gone wrong already, Kate. Not
Where's
wrong.
the drawing?
Getting it out of the van now. Have you got the van?
I bought it out of the van. It's in.
Where is that drawing where you just changed all my measurements and just wrote it in like a kid's crayon?
No, that's wrong as well.
What's wrong as well?
Because these are meant to be 2,400 and you've got 2,440.
Well, no one makes 2004.
Well, I thought you were getting it all cut down. I didn't realise they only let you have 4 cuts because of COVID-19. That's why I tried to make it simple.
And now it's more fun. Yeah, it's something more fun. It's not self-assembly, it's a little bit manual labour.
I allowed tolerances that I didn't even tell you about to make life easier. Yeah, I did.
We talked about this before, I'm enjoying it.
I've got a tape measure.
Oh, I ain't got those pencil. Need a pencil, boss.
Yes, I can get a pencil.
Because you can't read drawings. Or you get a children's crayon and change all the dimensions. You could do a little crayon drawing of the whole scheme yesterday with your own special Jonathan dimensions.
Thanks, Adam. So we've got the floor down, and then we're going to have this kind of siding. So we're essentially replacing the bottom third of the shed. So hello.
Hi.
This is DJ. This is Gemma. Old wonderful friends from streaming and gaming. And guys, I have an announcement to make. I've decided to give up my work as a technology career and leave the BBC.
Okay. Okay.
And
It's a big shout.
instead, I'm going to open a retirement home for abandoned ferrets in my shed.
Of course you are. What?
So it's Sunday morning, and I am flying solo in the white van of doom today. The weather's a bit rubbish, really. Actually, it's a bit kind of rainy, and it rained all night. We left the passenger window, so it's fine. It just got a little bit wet, and so I'm hoping it won't stop the significant amount of work we still have left to do today. Although I'm really super glad we got the floor kind of like in place last night. So I've come out this morning. I'm going to go and do a sort of a look around, a browse around Pets at Home, really, mainly, and see if I can pick up a few bits and pieces, like you know, a big tray, food bowls, and just have a look around as well to see if there's any ideas that spark. So it's going to be a bit of a browse today, not a serious full-on shopping. But first, I've got a cheeky McDonald's. So this is the world's most wrong food, but oh my god, do they taste good. So I guess really for today I just wanted to sort of like have a look round, see if I could get any ideas. These are the only residents currently. Here's another little one there, snoozing. Sausages. DJ. That actually that might be a really good thing. I think potentially this one, because I can put it in the cage like that, and then they can use it to climb up to through the middle. So all this is the back of the ferret cage, and then we've got this
800ml deep bottom, so this whole area here, and what Jonathan's doing now is he's making batons, because we've kind of braced all of the edges with these batons screwed in both directions, and bizarrely my little footstool thing, my little step, is exactly the right height for our for it to rest upon as a temporary support. So who knew?
Cool. That was what we wanted. So
Well,
where's
it can't
it
be
gone?
Adam because it's
Where's
wrong.
it gone wrong?
I don't know. You never know.
That doesn't matter if you put that up.
Thinking. Thinking, Buster.
Yeah. So.
It's there-ish.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I have, I think, just seen for the first time our first guests. So I'm guessing that, and she attached this photo, so I'm guessing that these are them. I'm so excited. They look so adorable.
So today is interior day and Adam is helping me.
So this is my wonderful friend Ali, who I do teen text with. We have in the past travelled the country visiting schools, and all of that's gone away. So I have decided to reevaluate what I do with my life, and I have decided to give up being a technology reporter and officially leave the BBC.
Wow, okay.
And open a retirement home for abandoned ferrets in my garden, in my shed.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I tend to go over it with that brush.
Yeah, it just might mean we'll need to put 3 coats on as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, grab one with you. Yeah, it's going on better now, it's not so wet, isn't it?
Yeah.
I am going to give up my job as a tech reporter and leave the BBC.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. How do you feel?
Well, do you want to know what I'm
feel
doing?
Go on.
I'm going to open a retirement home for abandoned ferrets in my garden.
What? Holy shit, that's one of the most bizarre answers I thought would fit into the end of that sentence. That's definitely what I was expecting.
is what you've done to me. Job that I'm doing. Look, I've even only got one lens. I'm soaking wet. It's peeing down with rain. And we've got a billion things left to do. Anyway, how's your day? Well, while me and Adam were out shopping for more wood, that side bit's gone in. I am now wearing my backup glasses.
So what I'm saying is...
I'm waiting until the rain stops so I can do some more painting.
Together.
What's your screen name?
Well, my actual name. Johnny 12-inch.
But I'm afraid, Johnny 12-inch, your plans are looking a bit flaccid. I think we're going to need a new plan.
Don't tell Adam I haven't looked at that plan since the grit.
Yes. I will just cut a bit off then, if that's okay. Yeah? You can have that bit of cardboard. And I'll have this bit. So everyone is here now, beetling away. Johnny 12-inch is working on, what are you working on?
Yet another door, yet another bleeding door.
Big door for the for put in here so that
See how that works then?
a cage door basically, so I can have this door open and have the ferrets out with me. And here Adam
Hello.
is putting in the shelves.
Groovy.
And there's another shelf there to go in, and then up here Ben is working, although I was doing this just before I started painting. Ben is doing a bunch of painting shelves and little, all the offcuts we're turning into little bits of features to add.
I am going to be giving up my job at the BBC.
Oh, wow. Really?
And opening a retirement home for abandoned and unwanted ferrets in my garden.
Abandoned ferrets? Wow, that sounds like a really good plan. Are you? What could possibly go wrong?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay. How are Cabby and Tia gonna like that?
I came up with the brilliant idea of putting the hinges on the outside.
Yeah.
Gave it extra rigidity, actually made it weaker and uglier. And now it is stronger and prettier.
And that's the other door on, bar the hinges, but this the other door feels fitted. It's amazing. I'm so excited. Oh, and look, it's raining again. It's just starting.
Put 2 sets of hinges on. Which is fact,
Bonnie, do you need some love? It's another glorious day. I suspect it may be a bit too glorious today. It's scheduled to be another absolute scorcher like yesterday. So we're up early. Jonathan's coming over, hopefully soon. And we're going to get the doors, the inner doors, basically get it pretty much finished off today, I believe. One of my key jobs today is cutting some pieces of carpet to put on the ramps and any area where they may be running around and it'll be a bit slippery to protect their new pawsies. Stuck. I'll do a bit of that business. What are you doing?
Chiseling with new chisels.
Chiseling new chisels.
I say it's one of life's unknown joys until you do it. It's fantastic. I've got terrible chisel technique, but I'm having fun.
Bonnie has decided that the reason Jonathan is lying there.
Best weekend ever. Could be watching Cash and the Athlete now.
Bonnie, you're such
Not only that, not only is she clawing me, she's purring. She's enjoying clawing me.
Auto collection.
We don't need robots. We're good.
Human automation.
We're all good. I don't want it going on the grass and your cat eating it.
That is very considerate of you, thank you.
Again.
It's just the other side of it though, isn't it?
Doesn't matter, I'll trim just past it so it'll hold it perfect. Wonky. Well, I'm glad you did it, not me. So if you... This is Rob, he's also used this, just like Adam.
Oh yeah. Okay, I only do wonky lines. Nothing straight.
Thanks, Johnny 12 inches here to save the day.
That's pretty impressive doing that with the circular saw as well.
No, it's not. What, to do it wonky?
Yeah, like you've got to try pretty hard.
Yeah.
So Rob, do you want to do the other end?
Power. We have inner sanctum drawer. And we have the cage.
I have decided to give up working for the BBC, retire officially from the BBC.
Really?
And instead, I'm going to open a retirement home for abandoned ferrets in my shed.
I do not believe you. I don't believe you.
Really?
No.
A mad dog here, taking a well-deserved break.
Melting.
Eating an ice cream.
I'm melting.
And entertaining rather a large amount of black cats currently. So as you can see in here is a kind of a spaghetti junction at the moment of a lot of cables and monitors and keyboards and various other things. Not much more work happened in there, but you've seen that. And in, well, I guess a day from now, 2 days from now, we'll be doing our final kind of planning and testing. And then a day from now, 3 days from now, what's going to happen?
Ferrets. We're getting ferrets. They're so cute. I can't wait. I'm going to snuggle them and love them and cuddle them and no. But I'm going to have this ice cream first.
Yeah.
Bye.
So the raw frozen food arrived today and I've ordered it. It's enough for 10 days or so. And I was just wondering how on earth it comes in these sort of portioned off bits. And I was just wondering how on earth am I going to fit the final few in? And then I discovered something that I never knew about my freezer.
There's an extra drawer. I guess that's probably for the ice cubes, although I've been keeping them in the bottom drawer. So anyway, I thought that was kind of spookily handy. It was just enough as well. Cool. That's better. Motherfucker.
Well, there's an edit. Right there.
Okay, a quick catch up on webcams, since that's where my head's at the moment. We're just trying to, we had 2 of our webcams haven't arrived, wait till next week, so we've made do with alternatives, in that we're going to use standard web cameras in places where the ferrets won't be able to reach them. They won't give night vision, but it's only going to be for a week or so. So yeah, so I've got these on arms, so that we can hang the camera somewhere down there, going through that hole. It'll be out of reach of the ferrets, and it will just give you a temporary view from a similar position. The 4th camera, which was going to be up here, temporarily we're going to have to put on my webcam from here, so we'll sort of like stalk it out so you'll be able to see a wide view of the cage, which would be the view you would have when I'm in here working with a 5 camera setup. But just until next week when the cameras arrive, hopefully next week, and then you'll have all 4 night vision trained on the areas that they're supposed to. And meanwhile, we've got Mad Dog is also. He's beetling away. Don't look at that screen.
Don't look at that screen.
Secret screen.
Secret screen. Secret.
He's doing lots of secret squirrel stuff. So yeah, I mean it's full steam ahead. The launch is tomorrow. We've still got an edit to do, so we're going to be editing late into the night. But Dog, I think, yeah, so it feels like it's just flown by, and yet I feel like I've been doing this forever. Dog.
Yes.
Well, how are you feeling right now? Confident?
Quietly confident.
Quietly confident.
Though I'm hoping Fate isn't watching.
Well, quietly anything is different for dogs, so we're almost ready now, aren't we? Right?
Yeah, so close.
Really close. You're welcome.